Does your bike sound like this? The ticking, 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 like a time bomb or a really loud clock? That's your fuel pump. And so when your fuel pump's out, that's what you get. So I'm going to go ahead and pull off the, access the fuel pump, and I'm going to show you how to change it. A lot of people are going bad, so this is a common thing with these things. So I'm going to show you how to do it. It's real simple, and not very expensive, and you'll be back in business again. So you can definitely know if it's a fuel pump or not by just listening to it. What you hear as a clock is not normal. It's not a normal sound, and it only happens when your fuel pump is going out. So when you're replacing the fuel pump, you replace the fuel filter too, and I'll walk you through that. I'm not going to do every single step, but I'll just show you the hard things, and then you'll be able to knock it out yourself, okay? Okay, when you go to take off the seat cover, or the seat actually, the seat and container here, you undo this screw here, just one screw, pull that off there. Go ahead and pop this off right here, little battery cover, and get those out of your way. Then you undo these 4 screws. There's one here, 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 and here. Undo those 4 screws and just pull this thing right off there. Okay, let's go ahead and pull it right out. Set it aside, and I'll show you what's next in a second. Okay, I'll quickly go through here and show you there's this little hanger right here. You just bend it out of the way and pull these things here down. This one here and this one here. Used to be up there. Pulled it down. That dissected this whole area without taking off the back. You know, I went ahead and pulled off this, thing right here. This little, I don't even know what it is for. Some kind of sissy bar or something. But anyway, I pulled that off. But I didn't want to take off any of the more screws in the back. I don't even know where they're at, but somewhere back there is another screw or two. But instead of taking that off, I just, by doing that, it was enough to give this thing some lift. See? So I was able to get it high enough to where I can just take off this front end without taking any more off. So again, you just want to move this clip down, pull these two things here. They were here, pull them out of the way. That allows this thing to come up. Now here, there's about 5 screws on each side, and you'll see them here. One right here, and one right there. And once you get it off, you'll see one right here too. Okay, and so there's a couple screws. You want to make sure you get those, and then of course the 4 screws that you saw from the beginning. Pull those out, and that's it. Once you do that, this whole thing pulls forward and comes right out. Okay. Okay, I'll go ahead and show you that process. So once you take those pieces off, you just want to pull this up a little bit, still attached at the back, and then just take this thing and pull it out straight forward, okay? It just comes out. There's 2 little clips right here. I don't know if you can see them. There's 2 little clips right there. That holds this thing in, okay? These little clips right here. Ah, this was broken. That's lovely. Anyway, these little 3 clips, used to be this clip, holds it in, okay? Okay, once you pull that place where you put your feet down, your floorboard, if you will, you're going to see your gas tank, and the bolts that hold it have already been taken off. By taking that floorboard off, it took off the bolts that hold that down at the same time. So anyway, when you go to pick this up, this is where your fuel filter and fuel pump is, right underneath here. And as you try to pick this thing up, you can see it's moving the fuel filter. Okay, it's all hooked up. So you just want to reach down there and grab that little clip and just slide it out. Okay, and that's going to be able to, that way it's going to remove the gas tank, so you'll be able to get to that stuff easier. Okay, so to remove the gas tank, you can see your hose. I don't know if you can see the hose or not, but the hose is right there. It's hooked onto the gas tank, and what you want to do is just take the clip from either side, whichever is easiest for you, and just take the clip off and then slide the gas tank out of your way, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, once you got the little clip moved down, it's just one of those little weird clips you just pinch and pull down. So I pulled it down, got it away from the tank, and that's what the tank looks like there. And so once I pulled that away, it just pops right off, of course, and it looks like it's ready to go right back on. That was a new filter, and the new pump is already installed. I just lay this gas tank right back down. And what's holding it up is I went ahead and put a bungee cord on it. It's bungee corded from the top, because how else are you going to hold this thing on? I just want to fall down on you, like gravity pulls it down. So put a bungee cord on it, get it out of your way, you don't have to mess with it. Now here you can see your fuel pump right here, and your fuel filter. Again, we're going to replace them both. Why replace just the pump without the filter too? I mean, you know, it's only costs a couple bucks, and who wants to take all the stuff apart just to do that? So do it at the same time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop these off, and I'll show you if there's anything tricky. If not, just pull them off. They look like they're simple. This is a 2006 Metropolitan, and the parts are for the fuel pump. It is 16710 GET 013. That's the fuel pump, and looks great. And you can see this electrical port right here. There's electrical inside there. You can see it right there. See it down there? You can plug that right back in. All this stuff's going to plug and play. It's right on in. So it's a simple install, and I'll go ahead and show you as we go. But it goes right back the same way the other one came off. I mean, you know, it couldn't be any easier. The way they design these things is great. So everything's perfect. And then the fuel filter is 16900 GET 003. Okay, so you all know the parts to get. These for 2006, but I believe they're the same number for a number of years. I don't think they changed the design at all. But you can double check on that. Okay, well that could not have been simpler. Once you took out the bolt that I showed you in the back, after you move that piece away, you take out that bolt and then the rest just falls out. This little one, to undo that clip again, just like you did on the gas tank, just pull the clip up and just pull the hose right off, and then undo the electrical port. Okay, it's right there, so it's all sitting there, ready to go back in. And this part here is the part we just took off from there, and then you remember all this part here. That was the first part we took off from the gas tank. So I'm going to put these pieces right back on, same hose, same everything. They're all pre-bent, real nice. Everything looks in good shape. So I'll just put those hoses back on and slip it right back in. Simple Simon. I'll bet you it hadn't been 15 minutes and we're all done with this thing. Okay, I put them all back together again. Now it's ready to get installed just in reverse where we just took them out. So everything's on approximately where everything goes. That's the way it looked before when I took it off. So now I put it back on that way, and we're in business. The difference between the old one and the new one, they're really identical, but that's old. Not that old. Okay, stick that last bolt in right there, and that's really the only thing that bolts it down, just one bolt. The other side just held by osmosis right here, this little clip. But then just take this thing and click it back on. That's it. Your little shroud is now back on. Everything's going. This thing here is ready to go right back into this hole right there. And we'll just assemble this thing right back up. Okay, all hooked up and ready to rock. Everything looks good. Hey, what do you know? No ticking. The time bomb is gone. The big heavy-duty clock is gone. It's now normal again. Woohoo! All right, Simple Simon. I think it's been about 35 minutes actually from start to finish. And now I've got to put the thing back on together. So it really is a very quick job. I'll bet you'll have the whole thing done in an hour. So awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope it doesn't happen to you, but according to what I've seen, it happens to everybody. So you got about 6 or 7 years and you got to replace them. Okay, well this couldn't have been any simpler. The whole project. Is probably 1 hour. And ready to rock and roll. I'm real happy about it, man. No more noise, just runs. Very nice. 1 hour, unbelievable. I would have thought it would have taken longer.